Thank you for watching EVH Gear Discussion. Brought to you in part by VanHalenStore.com. Please be sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching EVH Gear Discussion.
Hey everyone, Eric Bradman here. Happy Friday. It is Friday. It's show day. I'm looking forward to a great show this evening. I have two incredible guests on the show tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have from Carrie Underwood's band, guitarist Sean Tubbs, and from J Rocket Audio Designs, Chris Fantassel. Really looking forward to that. It's supposed to be the return of Chris Fantassel. He's on the program before. Be talking about all kinds of crazy cool stuff that's new from J Rocket and getting a nice tour of some of Sean's guitars in his home studio and talking some Eddie Van Halen, some gear, all kinds of good stuff. Just doing a little bit of a fun thing this afternoon here. I don't have a lot of time, but I promised my friend Eric Sands at PositiveGrid I was just going to have some fun and show him a couple live demos of Bias FX. Very inspirational tool for guitar players. It works as a plugin for your recording software, or you can use it as a standalone. In today's example, I'm going to be using it as a standalone, and you're actually going to hear it live on the air here as well too. Kind of nice in a way too. It's a little easier than miking up my my cabinet like I do sometimes in the show. It's a lot of fun. So a couple of people joining already. Got obviously Poison Ivy, first one with the front row seats. Good to see you, Poison Ivy, and Pierce Thomas. Very nice to see you here as well. So I'm going to show you here in a second, if I can switch cameras here a little bit. I've got Bias FX open right now, and I've got links in the description as well too to a couple things. Number one, if you like this really cool charcoal Van Halen t-shirt, a logo t-shirt, you can get it at the Van Halen store, and I provided the link down below in the description. And I've also provided the link to Bias FX for both mobile and the desktop for Windows and Mac. That's the link below as well too. You can also try it out. It's a trial demo before you purchase it. I'm not sure what the limitations are, but probably you can only play it for so long. Very, very cool. And Richard Smith is joining too. And Pierce Thomas has a question for me as well too. He wants my opinion on Carvin Kiesel guitars because Jason Becker has used them in the past. I think they're very, very nice guitars. I've never owned one, but some of the new ones that they're bringing out with the new versions of his signature guitar are very beautiful looking guitars. I think they're great guitars. I don't know the retail price. I know they're considerably higher than some average guitars, but I'm sure they're worth it for sure. But I'd have to say my unknowledgeable opinion on that guitar, it seems like a very, very good guitar. If it's within the budget and you can afford it, I don't discourage you from getting it for sure. And James is joining from Ottawa. Nice to see you, buddy. All right, so I'm going to switch over here. I'm trying to, as you know, anyone that watches the show, and this isn't a show today. This is just for fun, free for all here for a minute, and just some guitar playing and some technology. Tonight's going to be the show. Tonight's going to be a big show. I'm having some fun here before I have to head out and see a client. Let's have a look at switch over another screen, and I've got Bias open here as well. So there we go. Hopefully you can see this all really cool. So right now I've just downloaded a couple patches. I'm going to show you how easy it is to download from the Tone Cloud and get anything you're looking for. And the cool thing is you could spend hours in here just literally, if I click this little icon here, click on the Tone Cloud, that'll bring you to the Tone Cloud right now. You could spend hours in here just searching. So if you go into here and you go to presets, hopefully give me a thumbs up, or not a thumbs up, but give me a comment over in the chat if you can hear me and see all the visuals good. Hopefully they can. Let me see here. Howie's here. Great. And Rocamp says, good day, looking forward to the demo. Let me know if the visuals look good and that kind of stuff. I put a new thing on the side. You can see I call it a little bookmark on the side here with all the companies that I'm working with right now. EVH, Peddle Snake, Idea, Bench, Strymon, and FU Tone. Love these guys, and I figured this was a great way to give them some love back for everything they do for me, is make sure that they're visible. All right, so let's have a look here. Here's one patch I've already downloaded. It's called Mesa Rectifier Mix. And getting a text message from the better half saying everything looks good, so I'm very happy about that. What we can do, let me see tell me if you can hear this right now. Okay, I'm going to click on this Mesa Rectifier one, and I'm going to put my headphone back on, so I may be talking a little louder. I apologize in advance if I do, because I can't hear myself. I can hear my guitar, but I can't hear myself. So if I click on Mesa Rectifier Mix, whoops, hang on, I'm in the wrong screen. 1 second, let's try this again. All right, so now I can actually, if you hear my tone right now, if I click on preview, I can preview this patch. Isn't that cool? That's a cool patch. Now I have downloaded that one, so let's stop that one for a second. But you can do. I keep clicking on the wrong screen. Sorry. So I'm back to my regular patch, and on your keyboard you would just hit escape, and it takes you back out of that. You can look at just about any patch you want. Let me see here. Let me see here. I downloaded a few last night. Let me see here. Here's one they call Duality EVH 5150. Let's give it a try. That's pretty cool. So you know what? Let's grab that one. Let me put my headphones on. Let's grab it, download it. So it asks you where you want to put it. I'm going to put it in bank 1. Save it. All right, so you want to see some fun stuff now? Now let's go home. Holy cow, I got a bunch of people watching. Pretty cool. Thank you. I'll try to get back over to the questions in just a second. Thank you very much. I'm not situated very well here today. I can spin around and I'm kind of tied down with the guitar a little bit, but I will get to questions, I promise. Okay, so let's go find that one. It was in bank 1, and there it is right there. Okay, so we technically have 2 EVH 5150s running. And the nice thing is with these pedals, so obviously they don't have the brand names on them, but they're modeled after the famous brands. And you can recognize this one right here. It looks like the famous RV5, which is a really nice reverb pedal. Now, to turn that reverb off, let's just see what it sounds like without it. Okay, turn it back on. You can also simply drag it out of the chain as well too. Okay. So I'm going to bring that time a little bit bigger, make it nice and wet. Bring up more level. That sounds nice. Now let's take it a step further. Let's add some delay to that. Click on Add Effects. Okay, and let's go to Delay. Grab the delay. Click it. There we go. All right, so let's change that delay time. That's very, very long. I'm a big fan of it right between 280 and about 350 milliseconds. Let's just try. Okay, no, obviously the feedback level is crazy on that. So let's bring the feedback level back. Sounds pretty nice, eh? It's pretty neat. Okay, so we can also, you got your noise gate in there as well too. Take your typical, noise suppressor. Bring that about there. Bring the threshold up. You can see how fun this is. You can just search to the, to you're thrilled with it. You can do all kinds of other crazy stuff here as well too. Click on this way here. So there's the 2 amplifiers. I go to the back and look at the power supply. There's EQ on there as well. Whoops, bring that bigger. Oh, I guess I got to click it once. There we go. And you'll see in real time how this works. Pretty awesome, huh? All right, let's take a quick pause and go over to the chat here for a second. There's lots of questions in the chat, and I'll see if I can move my microphone a little bit. Like I say, I'm totally not situated properly today. So let's go back. We got 17 people watching, 3 thumbs up. I appreciate that already. So Pierce Thomas was asking my opinion on the Kiesel. Let me see. James is joining us. Rocamp, good day. Looking forward to the demo. Howie's here. James is saying everything looks good. Howie's Zowie in the Hizzle. I love it. Poison Ivy says looks good. And Howie says perfect audio video. Shows us Marty Friedman lead, please. I'll do that for sure. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And James is saying nice stereo. Sounds like a boogie. Real Camp says sounds good, and Poison Ivy says nice. So let's have a look here. Let's go try that Marty lead one that he was talking about. So I'll try to do that 1 second here. I'll go back to the tone cloud. So as simple as clicking on tone cloud, and I think it was one of the first ones, Marty's lead. Okay, and we'll preview that one. 1 sec. So that's what you're hearing right now is the one that I just created a moment ago. Well, I didn't create it. I downloaded it and modified it. You can see how quickly you can modify it. I'm going to put my other headphone on so I can hear it in stereo. Yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I'm going to give you some context in a minute, too. I'll try playing with one of my songs so you can hear how these effects sound in conjunction with a real song. So let's stop that for a second. And I'll show you a couple clean patches, too. I downloaded one. It was like a Metallica one. It was pretty neat. Let me see here. Go back here to home. And I think I have it in the banks. Let me see. Metallica clean. Doesn't that sound nice? So let's click on the chorus. All right, let's maybe make it a little bit more. So let's the width. That's how obviously how wide it is. In real time, look at that, eh? I'll try to go to a wider screen here if I can. There you go. I see a little bit more of the guitar anyways. Very, very nice. Let's go back and try a couple other patches. Let's go back to that screen. Can you turn it off? It makes a big difference real time. I love that chorus. Let's try that again. Love it. Pretty cool. All right, so let's go try and grab some other patches. And you'll see when you get the different artist packs you can get with these things too. Let's stay there for a second. I'm going here. Let me see. You can modify those to your liking. But there's a bunch here that I just downloaded that I'm just having a lot of fun with them. Let's try some Van Halen. That's way too high gain. A lot of these you may like, some of you may not like, but you can change them to whatever you want, right? There was another one here that was pretty good. I think might have been this one. Kind of interesting, kind of neat. I like it. You can see I'm going to have a lot of fun with that stuff. Let's have a look back in the chat there. Let me see. Darren Moore's jumping in and saying, hey there. James says Metallica nice, and for sure have to check it out. And let me see here. James says, Eric, can you try a Boston 12-string sound? You know what? I don't know if they have such a thing, but let's find out. We'll find out together, okay? So let's go back to Tone Cloud, and let's go for search, and let's type in Boston. You can see how fun this is. And let me remind you too, what you're seeing right now is the standalone app version. Okay, so this runs all by itself, and you can just play through your speakers, or you can run it out to an amplifier, or whatever you want. I'm using a simple Apogee Jam 96K interface. It's a little silver thing. It looks like almost like a, I can't really show you on the desk here, but it's a little tiny device. I plug my guitar in. I used to have a Line 6 interface. I got rid of it. I didn't like it at all. But I'm using the Jam one now, and it works much better. And plug right in, and you're ready to go. But you can use this as a plug-in as well into any of your desired recording units. If, you know, on Mac, I'm using Logic Audio, but you can use it in GarageBand, all that kind of stuff, and it'll work equally fine in any of your editors of choice on Windows platform. So I don't know I can't play any Boston music. Like I said, I don't know any Boston music, but let's just have a look. Here's one that kind of sparks my interest right here is Boston and Rockman sound. Let's have a look, and we'll try to find that 12 string if we can, James. Okay, let's click on this one here, Boston and Rockman. The nice thing is by hitting a chord and then you hit the preview, you'll really hear the difference right away. Kind of a combination of Boston and Queen mixed up together. There's one Boston sound. Let's just stop that one. What else we got in there? Hit escape on the keyboard. All right, Boston Peace of Mind. Schultz lead. Now that might be interesting to check out. No, don't like that one. But I mean, you know, the thing is, too, before I ever criticize a patch, too, like these are just people like you and me that would create these patches. Doesn't mean the person created the patch wrong. I mean, he or she could have been creating it with, you know, crazy big studio monitors that have a totally different sound than what I'm playing through right now. Or some people might create them just with, you know, little laptop speakers. What they're hearing, it sounds good on a laptop. Obviously, they'd be rolling the bass back and cranking up mids and highs or whatever. So it's going to sound different on every platform. But even if you find one that you don't think is necessarily great out of the box, it's very easy to download and to just modify to your liking. So it's really easy. And like I say, you'll have a lot of fun. If you download some, you don't like them the next day, just delete them and go back and do some others. And if you create a really cool one, you can easily upload it to the cloud as well too. So let's hit escape to see if there's anything with 12 strings in there. I don't see too much here. There's lots of cool stuff though. Driven clean to Boston. Let's have a look at that. It certainly isn't clean, but it's cleaner than what the other ones were. But obviously, people that watch my show here on EVH Gear Discussion, we know a lot of talk about Van Halen. So let's see what they have for Van Halen. All right, I'll do a couple more patches, and I'll just play a song in some context with one of my songs, and you'll get to hear what it sounds like. Let's have a look over in the chat here again real quick, too. Thank you, James says Eric's on fire again. ZXC Dave says sounds amazing, and the amp sounds are amazing. They are a lot of fun, and you know, I got to give props to PositiveGrid. I got some really good software on my computer for recording, and I just did not want to, you know, sometimes it's a pain in the butt to mic up the cabinet, and I'm not a sound engineer, but I'm a sound man at heart because I used to do sound for my band. Let me just change the screen for a second. Just bear with me for a second. I'm a sound man at heart because I used to do sound for my band a lot, but I'm not a sound engineer. I can't, you know, get the best sounds out of my amplifier with the mics and things like that. So this is a nice alternative. Is it a replacement for tube amps? No, but it's a nice alternative. And if it gets you recording and playing, then that's a huge bonus. And I just thought I'd do this in an environment today where I could show you some fun behind the scenes stuff with it, show you how easy and fun it is to use, and it'll get you playing guitar a lot more too. One of the things I do encourage people to kind of watch and don't, who was it that was saying this the other day? I think it was Sean Tubbs, our guest from the show tonight. He says, carefully don't go down a rabbit hole a certain way with certain things. And you could go down a rabbit hole with a gain on these these pieces of software because you have endless amounts of gain. You can gain and then more gain. I'm trying myself to be a little careful and back the gain off. However, even what you're hearing today, I'm kind of gain centric today. But hey, if you got it, why not use it, right? You can do it as well. Just when you're recording in the mix, bring some of that gain back because it's going to get lost very quickly. But so there you go. And I passed it. Did I, James? I'm sorry. I'll try that one on another. I'll go back to that another time. But let's have a quick look at some of the Van Halen ones. I did find some in here that I liked, and I did find some that I wasn't too crazy about. Let's just see if I can maybe find one. Excuse me, that I haven't tried. Let's maybe try this one here. It's called. I tried the Beat It one. It was not very good. I'm not saying anything bad about that person making it. It didn't sound good for me. Let's try the rhythm. Okay, and I'm going to put it back on the other screen here so you can see it. 1 second here. Okay, so there we go. The 80s rhythm. Who knows? It's a guessing game, right? We don't know. It's kind of neat. You could play with that one. It has some life to it for sure. Okay, let's hit escape. And one thing I haven't found a crazy love of is the phasers. I find the phasers are a little too over the top. Now, in Bias's defense, I haven't experimented with them enough. So I'm not even going to try the phaser yet. Let me see here. And yes, I'm going to go back to James's comment here in a second too. Let me see. Here's this is one I think I tried yesterday, the JVM Marshall and a 5150 overdrive. And as you guys know on the show here a lot, I play with the MXR 5150 overdrive into the lunchbox amp that's behind me back there. You can see it back there on the shelf, one of the two lunchboxes I have. All right, so let's give this one a try. I think this is one I liked. So what you're hearing there is an old patch. Now here comes a new one. It's a little hot. I'd have to download that one and bring back the gain a little bit on that. But very, very cool. Let's have a quick look in the chat here as well too. Hey, that's cool. Howie's saying he would like to see what Zappa presets are in the cloud. Let's take a look at that, and let's go back to Boston for a second for James, and let's have a look. Okay, so no results for Zappa. Let's type in Dweezil. I bet you we'll find Dweezil. If I can spell it correctly. Diesel. We might find different things. There we go. No results. Okay, Howie, got to tell Dweezil to get some tone cloud things up here. Get him in the cloud. All right, let's go back to Boston again for a second. Okay, so I think there is that More Than a Feeling. Where's that at? I saw it. There it is. Okay. Who knows? Here again, it's Russian roulette. You never know. It needs some work. But as I told you, just go through here and experiment till you find it something that suits your fancy. So I'm going to go back and grab a couple patches that I like. 1 second. Where's the one that I really liked? Bank one. I think it might have been Master Rectifier. Okay, so let's go back to the Master for a second. Actually, you know what? Hang on, this one's pretty good too. Okay, I like this one a lot, but I'm going to bring some of the bass back. Let's show you the head of the amp. Why can't I show the front of the amp? Okay, 1 second. Let's go back again. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Oh, I like this. Click on this. Love the mids. Bring the mids up. Bring the treble up a bit. Presence a little shrill. Okay, so what I'm going to try now is I'm going to try to play a song in conjunction with this, and let's just see what my levels are like. 1 second here, because I want to make sure the guitar is a little bit louder than what I'm playing as for a tune. And I'll be wrapping up here right away too, folks. Okay, probably bring the level back just a little tiny bit. All right, I wish I had more mid. See, this is right. You know what I'm going to do? Let's go back to the EQ section here as well. There's my happy spot. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I like that. Let's try that again, okay? Here we go. What do you think of that? There's some serious reverb. Let's go back to the webcam full screen here. So how'd you like that, guys? That's a lot of fun. I'm going to probably maybe do one more song for you. Adam's joining. Fantastic. And Freddie, all the way over from Italy, is watching. Says rock on, Super Eric. And thanks, James, on the dive. Pal Guitar saying hello. And James says there's magic in those hands. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I'll try one more for you, but you can see by using the software here, it's a lot of fun. Instantaneous results. I'm a guy that likes a lot of mids, and the minute I touch that, I mean, look how responsive this is. Absolutely amazing. You know, you don't want the delay on there. You can drag it out of there. Drag it back on. I can go to the delay. I can change anything I want in there. I like the fact that it shows you the actual milliseconds. Very, very nice. I couldn't ask for more from the software. It's very inspiring. It's just a heck of a lot of fun. So let's keep that same tone. Maybe take some of the delay off a little bit. Okay, and that reverb's a bit much. I did that earlier. That's pretty good. All right, let's drop tune a little bit. All right, let's try something else here. Give me a second. Bear with me here. I'm going to grab another one of my songs. Some people love hearing my old songs. Some people hate them. But I'm going to play them anyways. Give me 1 second here. I know a few people really appreciate them. Let's try this one here. Let's try Runaway. Let's just see what we got for tone here. All right. And this gives you an idea of how the software works in conjunction with a mix a little bit. Let's see what we got here. All right. Bear with me. I'm just going to do a level check. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And you know what? I want to go back to that EQ. I'm happy with that right there. All right, let's go back there. Keep it on that. All right. Bear with me for a second. I'm watching my levels, and that's extremely high output. So give me a second. Okay, that sounds a bit better. That bass is just too much for me. All right, let's try that again. Let's go back to the EQ. Bring it down just a hair. All right, try it one more time for you, all right? Thanks for your patience. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. What do you guys think? Sound cool? Let's go back and see if I can catch a couple of comments that I might have missed. Let me see here. So Adam is saying that Black Axe is pure juice. Yeah, I'm playing this thing. This thing is getting a lot more love right now. USA PV Wolfgang, totally love this thing. Totally love this guitar. And this was the first guitar in the past week that I, Rob Cunningham from D'Addario sent me a whole nice, really very nice care package from D'Addario. Sent me a couple the instrument cables, the Planet Waves, and he sent me enough cables to do my entire pedal board back there. So the pedal board is all wired in Planet Waves, and sent me some of the NYXL's 9 to 42 gauge strings. And this was the first guitar to get them. Absolutely love the strings. I think I found my new brand, so I'm going to string up the rest of the Wolfgangs back there as well too, and PRS, the whole works. Going to get some NYXL love. So thank you for the comment on that guitar there, Adam. I appreciate that. And Krager Guitar Wannabe, a master shredder himself, is saying loves the software. Me too. A lot of fun. Let me see. Let me see here. James is saying Eric ain't no Giant Tiger guitar player. That's for sure. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Are there good guitar players at Giant Tiger? I don't know what that means. Giant Tiger, for you, those of you in the States, you probably don't know what that is. It's a kind of a thrift, not a thrift store, like a small retail store here in Canada. Let me see here. And yeah, so there you go. I answered Adam's questions. How do you like the NYXLs? I love them. I love them. And, you know, I'm just kind of excited today. Big show tonight, obviously. And I like to get in show mode. Even when I was playing with the band, the show days were always getting in pumped up mode. And feeling good today, feeling positive, full of positive energy. Lots of good things have been happening lately. Very, very thankful. Yesterday was a very good day for personal reasons. Just good stuff all around. I'm working on improving the technology of the show. Just for fun, I got to show you this. I love this. Take a look at this. I'm trying to make some of my intros a little shorter. How's this for cool? Tell me if you like this. Isn't that cool? I like that. That's cool. I like cool gadgets. Tonight's going to be fun. You're going to be seeing two other guests on the show, and you're going to have the same high-tech look here. We're going to have 3 guests on here, which is going to be, it's a bit of a juggle for me on this end, but I would not be doing it if it wasn't, worth it in the grand scheme of things. I like to give all you guys and girls that watch this show good audio and good visuals, and I spend a lot of time trying to ramp this stuff up, take it to the next level, and having a lot of fun. I think you can see with today, I'm having a lot of fun with this, just playing with the bias software. I mean, absolutely love this stuff. You just, it's fun. It's fun. Check it out. Go to PositiveGrid.com. The link is in the description down below, and check out some of the demos. Try download some of the demos. They have it for the mobile apps and everything as well too. And I think you'll have a lot of fun with it. I'm certainly having a lot of fun with it today, and I hope it sounds good to you as well too. And I've got a message here from my beautiful production assistant that there's questions in the chat. So let's get over to that. I'm going to see if I can I'm done playing for now, so let's get the microphone situated a little bit better. Apologize for any bumps and noises there. All right, now I can probably address this a lot better. All right, so Adam says Eric knows how to tear it up. And so the answer to the question of the NYXLs, love them. So let me see here. What music is these? That's what Red Stratocaster is asking. Now, if you're talking about the songs that we're playing in the background, those were songs I wrote with my band Finding Core some years ago. 2005 was the release of the first record. 2010, 5210 actually was the code word for the album. So what would be May 2nd, 2010, 5210. Was the 2 songs actually that you were hearing there were from that record. And I don't have them on iTunes, but what I'm going to do, anybody that wants to get a copy of the songs, send me, reach out to me in my various entities that you know how to reach me at, and I'll get you some copies of the music. Adam Zane, Eric the Perfectionist. Killer intro. Thanks, Adam. I'm glad you like that. It's cool, right? Guitar Wannabe, Eric, explain about those strings, and do they make them in 8s? It's funny that you mentioned 8s, because I was joking with Rob Cunningham on the show when he was on. I said I used to play 8s on my Ibanez guitars back in the day, and those guitars just seem to play really cool with 8-gauge strings. I don't know for sure, and here again, as always, you know me when you come to me for questions. If I don't know the answer, I don't BS it and claim to know it all. I don't know. I don't know if they have them in 8. So the best thing I would do is go to D'Addario.com and look at the strings, and then see if they have in the gauge 9 to, I guess it'd probably be 9 to 40 probably, or sorry, 8 to 40. Would that be right? Yeah, I think that'd be probably about right. Have a look on the website. Your guess is as good as mine. I don't have the honest answer to that. Let me see here. Craig or me subscribe to your channel. Very, very cool. Yes, Craig's got a great channel. He's been doing a lot of videos. He did a lot of them years ago, and now he's just getting back into it. And I highly recommend everyone subscribe to Craig as well too. Let me see here. Let me see here. James says, done playing? Okay, James gets a guitar from Eric. Yeah, okay. I'll pass it on. You're going to have to fight little Eric for it. Let me see. Pierce Thomas says, Eric, Boss and noise suppressor or MXR noise gate? For myself, on my big rig back there, I use the Boss NS2. Now, I use that, when I say use, it's on my board. But thanks to Jody Page at Pedal Snake and with this project that we're working with, Ultimate Pedal Management, he's got my rig so quiet, so absolutely quiet with a high gain amplifier and everything that I don't even use it right now. So it's on its verge of coming off, and that's his goal, is to get the noise suppressor out of my rig. And I can honestly say I'm getting a lot closer to it. It's been my security blanket. So, but I do still have it on there, and I do recommend the NS2. However, the Smart Gate from MXR is a phenomenal pedal as well too. So 8 to 38, I guess he's saying, yeah, that's extremely light, eh? And he says, thank you. And GW is, Guitar Wannabe is an ace player. I agree with that for sure. I second that opinion. Just to give you a closing statement before I head out, obviously talked about the show tonight. Sean Tubbs from Carrie Underwood, phenomenal guitar player. I'm telling you, you want to see phenomenal, just listen to the atmospheric and pretty chords this guy can play, not to mention his licks. Absolutely to die for guitar player. Seriously, look him up. I posted some links on the EVH Gear Discussion Facebook page. I'll give you a link to his YouTube. Go check out some of his stuff, and you'll thank me later. Trust me, I guarantee it. But that's going to be a fun show tonight. But I'm really, really excited with this team. As you can see over on the side of the screen, where am I pointing at? Over there. Idea Bench, Strymon, and obviously Pedal Snake. Obviously, I appreciate everyone's support, EVH Gear and Futone as well, always. But working with this, I call it the trifecta of manufacturers. Those three guys, Strymon, Idea Bench, Pedal Snake. I'm one of the first artists, I guess, on the planet to have the Idea Bench Fastback GT board. I'm not the first one with that board by any means, but I'm the first one have a working board with the Pedal Snake physically attached. And you can see the video on my channel where I did that assembly, and also powered a 24-volt power system thanks to Strymon. And I'm using the Ojai power system that's in power supply that's hidden underneath the board. Strymon people have been great to me. Rick and Joanna at Idea Bench have been great, and Jody, I can't say enough about Jody Page. Jody Page is like one of my dearest friends now, and we've been together for probably well over a decade. So I love the man, and I'm liking these people that we're working with. The really cool feather in the cap of this whole project is the second artist that we're working with in this trifecta of the Ultimate Pedal Management is Jake Morelli. I mean, he's got a couple good gigs to his resume. Ed Sheeran, Bruno Mars, a few other people like that, Queen Latifah, and I mean, holy cow, it's an absolute honor to be that close working with these great, incredible musicians, manufacturers, and I'm tickled pink. There's a lot of, every day I kind of wake up and I kind of pinch myself. I'm like, this is real, or this is one of those weird dreams where you don't want to wake up because it was too good to be true. Very, very nice. Very, very thankful. And by doing some of these shows and at least trying to promote the logos and the brands and people like that as well, it's my way of at least giving a little bit of thanks back. So try to support some of these people. They all make great products. Pedalsnake.com, Strymon.net, ideabench.com, and all that kind of stuff. Go check them out, and if you make any purchases, say Eric sent you, and I'm sure they would appreciate that for sure. Fantastic. So let me see here. So Guitar Wannabe says, are you using the software through your PC and monitors? Yes, Craig. What I'm doing with that is I'm using it as a standalone. I'm using it as the standalone product, not as the plugin, and because you can use it either or. And I'm actually right now, I'm running the output two different ways. I'm running it through some virtual cabling software to the output of the computer. So it's actually going to what you hear on YouTube. And I have to delay that as well too. I have to put a 300 millisecond delay so it matches my webcam. As a matter of fact, I'm not delaying the audio, I'm delaying the video. You remember my old videos I used to do? Test 1, 2, 3 into clapping, and everybody thought those were funny. I did those for a reason, because I needed to get my camera in sync with audio, and that's the perfectionist that I am. I wanted everything to be as good as I could. So what you're hearing is the audio coming out of the software, going through some virtual routing out to you guys in YouTube land, and then I'm also hearing it through my USB mixer, which is off to the side, through my headphones. And the reason why I got one headphone off right now, the way microphone is running, I can't physically hear myself through the mixer. So that's how I'm doing it. And need to get Keith Urban on the show. Yeah, very cool. We're pretty close. We got Carrie Underwood's guitar player tonight, so we're getting there. And I'd love to get Paul Sidoti on here too, but I think he's got some agreements that he certain things with Taylor Swift. He can't do certain things, whatever I think, for what I'm speculating. So I haven't been able to get him yet. But speaking of guests, holy cow. loaded, totally, absolutely loaded up until August now. And when I just mentioned a moment ago about the people on the 3 companies with the Ultimate Peddle Management, going to be having a big session with those guys. Going to be having Strymon on the show, Peddle Snake, and Idea Bench all at the same time. Executives and marketing people from their teams, and we're going to really, really hype this thing. You're going to see some big stuff coming from the teams, myself, Jake Morelli as well too. Look him up as well too. Ed Sheeran's guitarist, Bruno Mars. Just announced Mark Slaughter the other day. Very excited about that. I've got Mark's record here. I've been able to listen to, obviously I can't share it obviously, but I'm digging the music. He sent it to me. I'm getting in full mode for that interview that's coming up as well. I'm just actually absolutely stoked with the amount of guests that are coming on the show. Pretty soon I'll be booked up until Christmas. So I'm very, very thankful. And you know what? It's all because of you guys that take your time on every Friday night. And in a case like this, Friday afternoon to almost 3 o'clock in the afternoon, joining in and participating and having some fun with me. I have rambled way too much. I'm going to make it a nice short exit here in a second here. I just want to thank everyone for joining. Thank you so very, very much. And Adam says Carrie Underwood swing. Well, it's going to be Sean Tubbs tonight. It's the closest thing you're going to get to Carrie Underwood, but you'll see. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to be talking some new pedals from J Rocket Audio. As you guys know, I have the J Rocket Audio Designs Tranquilizer on my board back there. Absolutely love it. It's a great vibe / rotary speaker type of phaser kind of sound. Very, very nice stuff. And get Jody on here. You're talking about Jody Page? Is that Adam you're talking about? He's saying get Jody on here. If you're referring to Jody Page, I've had Jody on here once, but we're going to have him on the whole team and everything as well too. It's going to be awesome. Stay tuned. Start remembering the name evhgear.tv. That's my new domain name. People are saying, are you changing the name of the show? Nope, not changing the name of the show yet that I know of. evhgeardiscussion.com will take you to my website, which will give you all kinds of the social links. There's blogs, all kinds of fun stuff on there as well too. The really, really cool stuff. Obviously give you the schedule of who's coming up on the show. But evhgear.tv, very expensive domain name, but I own it, which is nice. The .coms are a lot cheaper, trust me on that, than the .cas. evhgear.tv is my new way of branding YouTube. Instead of saying, oh, hey, you want to check out my YouTube channel, go to youtube.com/Eric Broadbent Solo. If they spell my name wrong or they spell this whatever, they get lost. They don't find me. evhgear.tv. Watch for a lot of branding coming that way soon. T-shirts, all kind of stuff. I want to be plastering that name everywhere, so I'll spread it around. evhgear.tv. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Sean Tubbs, Chris Fantasil from J Rocket Audio. It's going to be a fun show. I hope you guys and girls have a great afternoon, and I'm going to give you the fastest outro you've ever seen in your life. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon. Cheers.